You know, I heard they recently decided to add more to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes. I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by Mr. Tight Stash. Andy.
Yo,
He trimmed it up.
I did.
Yeah, it's tight.
It's tight.
It doesn't hang down as far. The handlebar doesn't hang down as far as it used to.
Tight like a toiga.
Like a toiga.
Like a toiga. You know why?
Why, buddy?
Thank you. So first off, I got a haircut too, fucker. But anyways,
Did your lady cut your hair?
yes. I got tired of it poofing out from underneath my baseball cap at work.
See, I get crazy when it touches my fucking ears at this point.
I don't.
I do.
Not too
I can
too bad.
feel it. I can feel it getting long in the back, like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, his mullet?
style.
Yeah.
And then when it touches my ears, it drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, no. It just got too
Well, it's time for a haircut.
yeah, my hat, I got a new hat at work, so it's, tighter to my head. And so
A little more snug.
a little more snug, and I got
Does your work give you fitted hats, or are they like
the dry fit, like stretchy ones.
What?
Yeah.
my company's a bunch of cheap asses.
Yeah, it's not a Velcro or a snapback.
Mine's my latest work hat that they gave us. It's a snapback. So if my hair gets too long, I'll have a duck bill in the back.
Oh.
I fucking hate it. That's
Yeah.
why I've only worn fitted since about 2007.
Yeah. No.
I'm
But
very particular about my fucking hats. Okay.
I will say I did have a hat that I loved in high school and shortly after high school. It was Velcro back, and I had to retire it.
Was it a John Deere green?
No, it was just an FFA hat.
Oh.
Yeah. I bought it at one of the FFA conventions, and I wore it and wore it and wore it.
Wore the fuck out of it.
Wore the shit out of it to the point where, like, one day at work when I was, digging ditches, I took my pocket knife and I was scraping the grease and the dust off the bill just to try to clean it. But like that hat and we saw some shit, man.
Saw some shit.
We saw some shit.
Well, I'm in the same camp as hats and shoes. The more hats you have, the longer they'll last, and the more
Correct.
shoes you have, the longer they're going to last because you wear them less often.
Yep.
So I have a nice collection of New Era 7 1/4 flat bill hats. I'm very particular about my fucking hats.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
But
this new work hat it's horse shit.
Yeah. My new work hat is just a new work hat. I just got tired of my hair sticking out. And I'm like, you know what? I look like a fucking goober. I have to.
Well, I mean,
At work.
you might look like a goober more often than you
whore mouth.
more often than you think.
You shut your whore mouth.
Fucking goober.
Any hoodles.
I did that for the record. That is not a word that I would actually use to describe you.
A goober?
Goober. That's
fair enough.
very low on the list of description words for you.
We'll get there. We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, okay. You want me to write it down?
Yes, write that down.
Goober.
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 I'm a goofy goober. Any hoodles.
I guess I'll put. I like the alliteration. Goofy goober. I'll
Thank
put
you.
a little box around it.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll come back to that. Anyways, I got tired of looking
Goober.
Yeah, looking like a goober at work. So I eventually like, Liz.
That is a very poignant word.
I know.
Yes.
Let me fucking
just saying.
finish the story so we can come back to it. Okay. There's
Fine, whatever.
Jesus. So she cut my hair, and really it was my mustache was getting too long as well. I could care less about the hair, but I didn't want to trim the mustache up and then just have the top of my head just be wild. I'm like, fuck, I better, if I'm going to trim up, I best look,
Was this
decently.
Was this before Christmas? Like for Christmas pictures?
No.
After. It was after.
It was after.
Oh, you're just a wild beast for
Yeah.
Christmas pictures.
Oh, yeah.
In your sweaters and shit.
Yeah. So she gave me a haircut, and then I went upstairs and gave the kids a bath before I trimmed my mustache. And as I was looking in the mirror while they were, splashing in the bathtub, I went, shit, I really need to trim my mustache tight.
Like a toy guy.
Like a toiga. Because I plucked the white hair.
You are fucking old, my man.
I am old.
Okay, you want to know how I'm old? We're sitting there. I think we were at your dad's. It was a few months ago. And we're sitting there, and I'm having a couple beers. More than a couple beers, let's be honest. Having a few drinks, and Anna's sitting, whatever, right next to me. And she goes, Aaron, you want me to get that ear hair? And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? You have an ear hair. I can see it. Fucking get rid of it right now. She whips out her pocket knife and, does the whole fingernail to the knife thing and plucks it. Oh, my God, that hurts so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah. Ears.
Starting to get ear hair.
Ears and nose. Hurts like a mother
okay,
trucker.
so sometimes.
Don't let my sister with needle nose near your nose.
No. I do that myself. She'll tell me, oh, you got one dangling out, Aaron. Okay, well, then I go in the bathroom. And if it's just one nose hair,
Pluck.
yeah, one tear, like you littered, one tear, but if it's multiple nose hairs, I'm good.
You just trim it up.
No, there's no trimming. It's just dangling out. Like, yeah,
If it's multiple, you just shove it back in there.
maybe. Or sometimes when I'm blowing my nose with, then I get multiple in the tissue.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes that happens too.
Yes.
They just,
Liz
sometimes
will-
I can feel it.
Liz, I'm trying to get Liz.
The older I get, the more hair is going from the top of my fucking head to into my nose
to other parts of your body.
and apparently my ears.
Oh, yeah. So, Liz, I'm trying to get her to just point out the nose hairs.
Uh-huh.
She likes to try to pluck them.
Oh, no. You have to
For
do it.
me.
You have to mentally prepare yourself I do it in the mirror in the bathroom.
Same. Yep. You ever pluck one that made you sneeze?
No, I like I said, if you get multiple, you're like, oh, that sucks. I mean, okay. But if it's just one, then it's one tier, just one tier.
I've gotten one before, multiple times, that I'll pluck the one or two, and they're just in the right spot that I have the one tier, and then I'm like, how do I do it?
Well, we work in you temporarily you get paid to work in dirty environments. I work in a very dusty environment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get rid of my nose hair. Paul says he goes and
It's a filter.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes and he gets them all ripped out because he doesn't. He's like, oh, it's fantastic. You ever done it? I'm like, no, I've never fucking done it because it
It's a
filters
filter.
out the fucking paper dust at work. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Have you seen videos that like the
people getting their nose
the
hairs waxed?
waxed?
Yeah.
Middle Eastern barber shops where they fucking and the guy's got the two sticks sticking out of the nose and the barber just goes, all right, fuck you. And he slaps him on the face and goes, and pulls them both out. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they freak the fuck out. Yeah,
Never.
pulling one out hurts.
Never.
No.
Liz, when you listen to this one, you're not waxing my ass.
That's not so bad.
You're not waxing my nose. I felt old years ago because bushy eyebrows run strong in my family.
Oh, I mean, I hang out with your dad. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He got his shit trimmed before Christmas.
Good.
Makes a difference. His eyebrows are so fucking bushy, they had a point to him. Like he had little
yeah.
horns above his
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. So, his dad was the same way.
Well, I'm getting the same way. I gotta go. There's only like 2 people in the world I trust to fucking cut my, trim my eyebrows, and one of them's 3 hours away, and the other one is just so fucking busy. I got to make it a goddamn appointment. It's not convenient.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to that point where I'm wearing sunglasses and my eyebrow hair is curling over. I guess my eyebrows and ears
So I used to do sports clips.
and nose. Yeah,
Before the pandemic, I did sports clips.
I don't trust them to trim my fucking eyebrows.
Well, so that's just it. I was at sports clips and just run of the day. This is like the 5th time I've been there. And for whatever reason, I just melted inside, just sad. Because for the first time, the barber asked me, "Do you want me to trim out your eyebrows? Do they need it?" "Yeah, you're getting pretty bushy." I'm like,
These mine are bushy as fuck right now. Like I can feel, if I kind of curl them over a little bit, I can feel the really long ones. Oh my fucking god! Can't wait till I'm 60.
I know.
I won't dress the same. It's just my eyebrows are going to stick out farther than my sunglasses. Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't need sunglasses at that point. You're
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
just gel them.
Gel my eyebrows? What the fuck?
Yeah, just gel your eyebrows.
I mean, I do put shit in my hair.
It'd be like an awning for your eyeballs.
But it's not it's not retractable or anything. Like, no, fuck you. That's dumb. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Well, like the 4th dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I was going to say, I know for a fact that
Look how-
you've heard dumber.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact I've said dumber.
Oh, I say some dumb shit from time to time, too.
Right? He named his son after him because he's a senior. When we were watching college football.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty dumb. You just you don't know how that works.
No, I know exactly how that works.
Some things you learn when you're 10, and other things you learn when you're 35.
Fuck you. I'm not 35 yet.
Yeah, ish.
You're going to hit that milestone long before me.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
This calendar year. I'm going to be 30,
old.
30 fucking 5.
Old.
Yeah, there's a reason why chiropractic videos have been popping up on my TikTok.
You know what? I'm going to buy you one of those like whittled walking sticks for your birthday.
How about you go fuck yourself? Still young in spirit, I think. No, not really. No. I'm an old fucking man.
Yeah, you're what's the
Content? Cantankerous.
Yes.
Cantankerous.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, cantankerous.
Yeah.
I'm your dad, but 30 years younger.
Who's driving down my
Who
street?
the fuck? Slow down. Why is the music so loud? I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Fuck this. I'm not going to waste my time.
Old. Old.
Whatever,
Old.
I ventured into, let's see, it says it's 14 degrees outside right now. I ventured out to come down here and hang out with you.
I know you're right. It is past Fred's bedtime. You're not as old as Fred.
Yes. Well, no, I am not as old as your father, who, what's he going to be? Like 64?
Hold on. Nope.
Math and stuff.
He is 62 now. He'll be 63 at the end of the year.
Well, 2/3 of the way through the year.
Yeah.
My dad is going to be 70 this year. He was born on the day that Marty McFly went back to 1955.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easy to remember.
Now that's how I know I'm old.
What? Marty McFly?
No, I know I've talked before on other episodes of the podcast of my coworkers not knowing old school, old movie references.
Like before we were born?
Like before we were born, right? Airplane.
Animal House.
Animal House. Stuff like that stuff. I've mentioned it. I've quoted some of it. Like I've referenced some. And it'll just go right over their head.
Unbelievable.
My newest guy.
Your newest recruit?
Yeah. My newest guy.
Your young gun?
Young gun. Like his license is still upright because he can't buy alcohol.
Oh God.
Yeah. Right. So
That was a momentous day for me when I got the sideways license. It turns out it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Because I was buying booze at 16, 17
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
So, like one of his first shifts, I was talking to him and a group of people, and I think we were talking about like it was probably 6:30 in the evening, 7:00, and someone asked him like,
After Wheel of Fortune.
yes, and someone asked him like, hey, like we're gonna eat. Like, what time do you usually go to bed? Right, we can
9 o'clock.
Are we
on the
gonna
dot.
we're gonna start a movie like such and such? And he's like, well, I go to sleep pretty early. I'm like, what? Are you afraid of turning into a pumpkin? And he just looks at me and goes, what? I'm like, you afraid if you miss your bedtime and hit the clock hits midnight, you're gonna turn into a pumpkin? And he goes, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm like,
Jesus Christ, dude.
and I just look at people. I'm like,
Am I talking to fucking... Am I speak Spanish here?
I'm making sense, right? You understand the reference, and everybody else in the circle is like, oh yeah, I get it.
There we go.
I get it. I get it. And he's just like,
Beauty sleep? Does he understand what beauty sleep is?
probably not.
Is not a term that these young kids with the broccoli fucking haircut?
Oh, I'm sure he knows the phrase.
Does he have the broccoli haircut?
Pretty close, yeah.
It's the curl. It's short on the sides, and then
Yeah.
it's basically
Yeah,
a curly perm on top.
Yeah,
It looks like a fucking walking stalk of broccoli.
yeah,
Don't understand these kids these days.
yeah. So
Anyway,
yeah, he didn't catch my Cinderella reference. He didn't catch a lot of references.
well,
And-
his parents are probably a couple years older than we are.
but yeah.
His parents are probably 40.
But cult classics, man, right? like Back to the Future, right? Marty McFly, Back to the Future.
Part 1 and 2 are great, and part 3 is just kind of it's
Yeah,
okay. It's part 3.
we were talking about zapping someone back to life at work, and he's like, I'm like, you know what energy you charge a monitor do? And he's like, it's this. I'm like, yeah. Or like I like to think of 1.21 gigawatts, and he just went,
It's
gigawatts, whatever. And he goes, what? I'm like, Back to the Future, Marty McFly. I don't know what you're talking about. God, fucking
Michael J.
damn it.
Fox. Anybody? Fuck. God damn it.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Fucking kids these days.
kids, goddamn kids these days. The Utes of today.
I'm an old man.
Those fucking hoodlums.
No, I wouldn't call them hoodlums.
Those goobers.
Young and inexperienced. So let's see. He's 20.
20.
So let's see. 5 years ago, he would have been what, a freshman in high school during COVID.
God, don't tell me that.
So when you're actually like learning how to be social, the first year of high school, he was at home fucking off and doing nothing.
Looking into a computer monitor.
Yeah. Not actually being in school and being
Don't
social.
tell me
Yeah.
that
See?
makes sense now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So that really crucial time of when he was supposed to learn things socially and about, he took a political science class. Like it didn't happen because nobody did shit from March of 2020 until like August, September of 2021. Unless you're our age and you had to go to fucking work the entire time. All the kids that were in school that didn't do dick for that year and a half.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why you gotta make sense?
I'm saying.
Why you gotta make sense?
There's actually pretty early studies, but kids that were in public school and during COVID,
during the pandemic, yeah.
they're behind. They're so behind
Oh yeah,
socially, academically, everything
yeah. I can totally
because they
believe
just fucked off at home for a year and a half.
that. Oh yeah.
If you were me, you think I would have done shit during COVID?
No,
No,
me, yes.
I would have done fuck all.
I probably would have.
For the first couple of months, my parents have been like, we don't really want to go see anybody. So I would have just stayed the fuck home and played video games.
Oh yeah.
And then it would have been, okay, well, it's time to get out there and do stuff. And, both my parents are in healthcare. So they're like, well, it's okay. Just, social distance, whatever. Probably would have went out and did sports and stuff and then started hanging out with people. And
we would have been farm hands.
Yeah, you could have worked
Go
on
to
a
school
farm.
and then work on the farm.
I would have had to work with a mask on. Whatever.
Yeah.
I did anyway, even when I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. You have to, and now you're going to think about it next time you see him. This motherfucker. My first day of high school, I saw a drug deal. The guy 2 lockers down from me was fucking peddling weed out of his locker.
Ew.
Oh. Okay. And then I just went about my day.
Fair enough.
Hadn't smoked the devil's lettuce yet, but I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I'd seen Animal House.
See? As a freshman in high school, you had seen Animal House.
Yeah, when I was like 12.
Yeah, but that movie was still probably 30 years old at that point.
Well, that movie came out and shit. I used to know this.
It was
it was in the late 70s.
Yeah, late
It was
70s.
in the late 70s.
Right? When you were a freshman in high school.
Before my parents got married, my dad, he's like, I went and saw this in theaters. Jim Belushi.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you were a freshman in high school, you had already seen Animal House.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, the movie would have been 30 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
It's still funny.
Oh, correct.
It's timeless. It's ridiculous. I think I could say I might go home and watch Animal House tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna put on a World War II documentary so I can go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah.
Because if I put on Animal House,
You're gonna say
I'm gonna sit
watch
there
it.
and I'm gonna watch it for the whole hour and a half and go, oh, I miss Jim Belushi,
So,
and he died before I was born.
but that was the thing. Like you were a freshman and you watched a movie that was 30 years old. Right? You're right. This guy probably did nothing in
Well, my dad
high
didn't know
school.
how to watch us. My mom started working Saturdays during the day.
Are you saying that my guy's parents actually knew how to be parents?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not saying that.
Maybe.
I became cultured because my dad didn't know how to, keep us occupied for an entire Saturday.
Fair enough.
Anarchy started happening around 2:00 in the afternoon until we'd go to, it wasn't a Blockbuster, it was a Hollywood Video. We'd go to Hollywood Video and pick out 2 or 3 movies. He'd make big dumbass pancakes. We'd have a fucking movie marathon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we would do. So I saw Full Metal Jacket when I was a kid.
Oh.
Fucking Private Pile blowing his brains out and shit. Animal House, tons of titties, Porky's, Spaceballs. All the shit that my dad loved.
Spaceballs.
I fucking love that movie. He didn't know how to watch us. Mom worked every other Saturday, and we'd have movie marathons with Dad.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or we'd trek around and go to beer can shows. Oh, wait till your mom goes to work. We're going to go meet my friend Bob. And then we're going to drive to northern Iowa and fucking go to a beer can show all day.
Just stays between you and me, kids.
Right. We'll be back before your mom gets home from work. Okay, Dad, whatever.
I'll buy you an ice cream if you don't say shit.
It'd be an adventure.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Fred used to do that with me. Hey, want to go on an adventure?
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Get in the truck.
Let's go.
Okay. Don't tell your mom.
There was a lot of that.
What?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to tell Mom when she asks me what I did today? Just say you went out with Dad.
Yeah, you hung out with Dad.
And
just keep it vague. Come on, son. Learn how to lie. Goddamn.
You just let me take it from there. Okay. You went to a sheep auction?
There was one time. There was one.
How much money did you spend? That sheep only cost us $250. But yeah, Mom.
There was one time we went to a beer can show. We were coming back on the highway. My dad was speeding. I remember this. He was speeding. He didn't have his seatbelt. So a trooper pulled him over, and he goes, "Joel, you seem like an okay guy, and you got your kids in the back, and they're buckled in. would you rather have the seatbelt ticket or the speeding ticket? And my dad literally looks up at the state trooper with this fucking big hat on. And he goes, which one's cheaper? The seatbelt ticket, Joel. Okay, I'll have that. And then we get back on the highway, and he looks in the rearview mirror and he goes, we're not telling Mom. We're not telling Mom. Okay. I think he bribed us with candy or
Of course.
some other shit.
Of course.
We're not telling Mom. Okay.
Okay, Dad.
In his 1995 green Taurus.
My Taurus was a 93 and it was purple.
Yeah, they quit making the purple after a while
That's because it fucking sucked.
because nobody bought purple.
Yeah. Whoever owned the car before Fred bought it for me for $400 bought lavender purple inside and out.
That's fucking ridiculous. My parents have never had a new car, ever.
I don't think I ever have.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you haven't, have you?
No.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten in my car, well, in my new truck, because I don't want it to smell. I'm paranoid about having, hot food in it because then it'll soak into the seats. And every once in a while, I've had it for 2 months now. Every once in a while, I still get that new car whiff. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Did you smell the garlic when you walked in today?
No, I think I've gotten immune to it.
Fuck yeah. We had stir fry tonight, and I used like 3
Yeah,
things
your
of garlic.
wife
My
offered
wife.
it to. She's like, "There's stir fry." And the fridge like, "No, I'm good.
Okay.
It's okay."
But no, my truck when I the newest, I guess
That was your truck.
That was my truck. The newest car I've ever owned was my truck, a 2015
Yeah, but
Dodge.
you got it in like 2016,
No,
2017.
2018.
Was it really?
Yes, because I was more worried about going down there and buying the truck than trying to get a hold of our venue for our wedding to see if we can move the date so we could get married at my wife's church and then go to the reception there.
Why are you nervous about buying? Why are you nervous about buying a car? They want your business, obviously.
No. I was too focused on that,
Oh,
right? Because we had gotten into an accident like the year before.
it wasn't your fault.
Wasn't our fault, but it was a reasonable deal. It was like $26,000 for a 2015 Dodge truck
It was a nice truck.
that only had like 22 or 23,000 miles on it.
Solid. And you
Right.
beat the fuck out of that thing.
And yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And
Yeah.
it had like the hard cover on the back. It was nice.
Now, when
truck.
it comes to buying trucks, you can't. It's a truck, so you can't. Even if the tailgate's beat up, like the bed is beat up, they can't make money. I mean, they can't discount it because the bed is beat up. And if it has a cover, it adds $100 of retail to
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it comes with the cover. Cool.
Yeah. So I was too busy worrying about that, going down and looking at that.
That is one of my favorite generations of Dodge trucks.
Yeah.
That was a good looking truck that you had.
I know. I
I
love
liked that truck.
I loved that
It was a
truck.
fucking tank, dude. And you beat the fuck out of
I
it.
did.
You beat the ever living fuck out of it.
So, but no, I was too busy worrying about that. And by the time I finally called the venue, like someone had called about the date 2 days before. And so we couldn't do it. We couldn't move our date. And Liz was a little upset with me on that. It all worked out.
Yeah. I was in your wedding.
But
I was looking fly as fuck.
you were.
That's right.
You were.
I had more hair then.
I was actually well, I wasn't thinking that, but I was thinking that you looked fly as fuck. Because Ruth, my daughter, wanted to. She does this thing. We've got the pictures up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big empty wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put pictures up.
So I changed her diaper, and then she didn't want me to set her down. So we were like, okay, let's look at the picture. And she's
Who's
like,
this? Who's
yeah,
this?
Well,
Who's this?
so the first picture was the drawing of the goose, right? That my mom did. And she pointed, and she's like, goose. I'm like, yeah, you're right. you know who drew that? And she's like, Grandma Ruth. I'm like, you're absolutely right. And then she's like, let's call Grandma Ruth. I'm like, you can call any other grandparents. We can't quite. I want to call her too, but we can't do that.
Just physically
So,
cannot.
yeah. So how about this? Let's just go down the wall and just look at other people's pictures. And so we went down the wall and looked at all the other pictures, and we got to the one with
The whole
me
party.
and Liz and the whole party on the church steps. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's Adam, there's Derek, there's so and so. Yeah, there's Ann and Aaron. Aaron looks fly.
I look fly as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that suit looked good on you.
Fuck yeah, it did.
Yeah.
When I dress up, your sister, little Antsy in the Pantsy.
Pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. Gently right now. If you keep going, I'm going to say slam on the brakes.
No. She likes it. Anyway, this has been another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast.
You fucker.
It's on Twitter, Instagram. Email us. God damn it. At the Buzz Basement Bros podcast at gmail.com. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Andrew.
And we out. You might look like a goober more often than you
your whore mouth.